excuse me for trying. But I'm sure there are many other victims out there who will be welcoming to your service. But I think right at this moment, you're lacking the education you need to be qualified to realistically help me. And that's usually the case. I'm not mad at the person. I'm just sitting there quiet, kind of taking it like a victim would from a bully. Like, oh, you ain't shit, call me all these other names, this and that. Like they know better. And, you know, it's like they're trying to teach me how to play the piano and they never played the piano a day in their lives. Like, really? What kind of teachers are you? I'm trying to, you know, make music, and they're trying to tell me how to make music, and they never made anything in their life. Creativity is thinking about process, like what do I gotta do for my next album? And I'm listening to their opinion. Like they're stuck on emotion, and I'm stuck on contracts. Two different lifestyles, man. I live and breathe business. They live and breathe your thoughts. Well in life, and I want everyone else around me to do well. I don't want our lifestyles to clash, and which it definitely has from my biological family. Like, yo, I'm from Hollywood. You ain't gotta judge me from the last picture I made. So that's hard. Participating in my lifestyle and doing what I do within the place where I came from. Exact opposite. And then going through a back surgery issue, you feel alone. I've always enjoyed my alone time. It's not a huge issue, but I am fighting these battles alone. I can do solitude just fine. I'm the only one speaking on my behalf. Everyone else thinks I'm lying. And then next day, yeah, you want to catch up, and I got albums of memories and novels, series, episodes, and they're just gonna sit there and rot like they did the last 5. Supporting, need a healthy balance of work, need a healthy balance of family, need a healthy balance of the correct drug. It takes more than just one. Become like a super healing effect or a super destroyer. Speed and morphine used at the same time, it really helps my quality of life a lot. Whereas if I just did one or the other, if I did both of them at the same time, that works great. And we apply that same ideology throughout everything we do. It takes more than one. You always have more than one option. Never leave yourself with one option. It's depressing. So give yourself 2 options. There's 2 ways to drink this soda. There's 2 ways to light this lighter. Like, it's easy. You just gotta look at things as, well, there's more than one way. With that mindset, you can't burn all the shit off. Burning off the tar. The stuff that gets stuck in between the screens so you can't get a proper hit. Stuff we just burn. You sit there, let it cool. Right. What up to my new subscriber? I appreciate it. Got a new subscriber, man. What's up, homie? Thanks. And if you smoke, I would share a bowl with you because you subscribe. That makes me so happy. I don't do the shit I say to do stuff like that. We're gonna smoke this last bowl and probably go on to something else for a while. Well, I would talk with you guys all night. All that shit runs through my head. Slave. Shit I want to do. Like, sit here and talk for a half hour. Half hours later, plastic out. Talking about the wall. But it's still open, and we gotta play video game. Holy crap, look at that list. Oh, and we gotta fix our RSS podcast URL. I'm creating a caching script so it can, URL will never change. Then we gotta hook up all this junk. Coming to you, 40 years from the future. It's all junk. 40 years from now, no one wants this stuff. Where I come from, man, the future. It is what it is. I just gotta have what I got. I call it junk. So where I come from, my life used to be, and what my life is. 2 different things. Mentally, it's easy to get tangled up. So I could talk to you about my lyricals. Oh my god. Do we got it or not? My wife doesn't like this night schedule very much. Everyone wants us to sleep back in the same bed. Like, what are people doing? Thinking about our bedroom life. Yeah, she's hot and all of that. I see no problems. None. Like, our marriage is strong, and because we sleep in separate rooms, it creates like the gossip creates drama for me, and how I had to change my schedule around for 1.5 years. They all want you to fail comes from. They're not looking out for our best interest. They're just trying to make it fit like the template does on television. Please stop talking about it. It's like I am actually getting a lot of work done without interruptions constantly. My wife's got 4 more hours of me to watch TV time. Whether she takes it or not is her choice. And she wants to go back to sleeping in the bedroom when she's got me 1 hour really fucked up at the end of the day. I mean, are you making that choice for her? Because now she gets more time. She doesn't walk on eggshells. You want her to walk on eggshells? You want me to feel like I'm sacrificing more shit? Or can we just get on with our fucking lives without our opinion reaching our minds? Some things are better left unsaid. And if I listen to all the people in my life, like, we got a goal to complete. Hello, maybe you could fight in that, because I've been telling you guys for weeks now, everything is cool here. So let me hear from my family in the front row some motivation about my music career, because I'm tired of shitting on you guys for the same exact reason. Y'all ever learn? My life is different. Her life is different. We're not trying to be like the Joneses. I'm just trying to finish a goal that I've been explaining to all of you for I don't know how long. Do you help or do you destroy? I like people to help on my team. Sometimes all I hear is destroy, 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 destroy. Reminds me of my programming day, when all I would work all day and the code would say error, 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 error. It's nice to live a life where I'm not receiving error messages constantly throughout my day. I'm actually creating beautiful stuff that I love and makes me happy. I guess a happy husband is a happy home. Or did you guys forget about me? So many advantages of us to doing this that y'all even got her to believe in what she doesn't want to do. The dogs like it. She can sleep with her dogs. I'm not bitching about how horrible it looks up there. She can wake up anytime she wants and do what she needs to do without having to fear of waking me. Hello? Do you guys remember that? Do you care that we are trying to work with each other in this house? We are not a slave ownership. We don't own each other like you guys do over there. We don't tell each other what to do. We make our own decisions based off of what needs to happen. We don't sin constantly, aimlessly. In this house, no. Maybe in yours, yeah. We got goals to complete and everything's fine. Said that, you heard it from the man at the house. It's annoying when the people who are supposed to listen cannot. I'd rather pay employees to listen to me. They fear losing their jobs, so of course they're gonna listen to me. Y'all fear nothing but yourself. Y'all fear everything of that you shouldn't fear, and you fear nothing of what you really should. Don't bring your fears into my house. Don't bring your bullshit, corrupted attitudes, trying to fuck up our lives, trying to fuck up my goal, trying to fuck up her job. Don't bring it in here, man. Instead, bring good vibes. Don't tell us what to do. Sit down and have a coffee, watch some TV, relax in the hot tub. What a house is for. To fucking relax. But it gets old when that's all you hear. Leaving the place that doesn't accept any of that kind of behavior. To then walk out in a sick fucking world where all they do is backstab each other and gotta, get up all our butthole and see what's up there. It's like, live your fucking life and I'll do the same. I mean, that is a very easy thing to do. It requires no help from anyone. It requires no skill. All it requires you to do is keep your fucking mouth shut, unless it is positive. I don't want to hear about people's lives. I want to hear about your achievements of which I don't give a fuck about where your dick or pussy's been. I don't care, man. Your poor choices will not affect me, so I'd rather not know the fuck-ups you've done in life. Please don't lower the bar of what I think about you. Please tell me only the good things about it. Doesn't ruin anything that is left. Saving for why, I still communicate. Lift people up. You don't bring people down. That gets old, man. It's 2018. Backstabbing each other. That shit is lame, man. Fucking lame. Y'all got the experience of that, not me. And maybe y'all should listen to me. Because since I don't have that experience and I can actually see, hey, you know, maybe it's making you look like an ass when you do shit like that. It's making you look selfish. It's making you look thing you're listening for. Because any other time, you know, good job. Damn, you look great. Beautiful smile. Love the hair. You know, it's either compliment or an attack. Oh, you like pizza now, huh? Let me guess, extra cheese, huh? So, you know, can't I like what I like? And, you know, you can like what you like. Why you gotta be all up in my pong hole? Maybe you should just get your medical marijuana card. So, you know, stop bothering sad ass life. Maybe one day you'll realize that life ain't so bad if you're not sober. Deal with problem, the audio file. I find it strange because I never thought it'd happen. I don't think I said like I did the day before. So today would be a different. Meanwhile, yeah, man. Yeah, I love the sound of my voice. Don't you? Yeah, love my voice. I know you do. Woo. You love my voice. Yeah, yeah. You love my voice. Ooh, yes, you do. Creative with the studios live in Colorado Springs. Thank you for watching the beautiful day. Please stay for 3 more hours today. Got much more planned to entertain the guests waiting patiently. Yeah, a freestyle, a freestyle. Welcome, you got Justin and Casper Hour. Wanna smell another giant juicy bowl with Clemens? Oh, with Clemens. Wifey. Welcome, man. Just hanging on the back. My homies in Wakanda, doing everything I can. Feel fine with my inner beauty. It's like, you know, it's hard to love someone who doesn't love themselves. It's hard to even like someone who doesn't like themselves. So with that thought in mind, you want to be my friend? A very lonely guy. Very lonely guy. Hit it. I'm a lonely guy. I'm a lonely. Gotta rip off my shirt and you see my pecs and all the muscles that look like Paulie from Jersey Shore. You see all my muscles. Because by that time I'm tan. You know, I've been doing my shit good. So just like put my face on his body. Peace. Yeah. Pace. Yeah. Pace. Yeah. Rock and roll. awesome. I got the best life ever. Got so many haters out there non-stop, man. I don't know how you do it. How do you waste all your days hating when you could have been doing something else, like jogging or like getting laid? I love how all my haters, they're like drunk people, man. Drunk people. Didn't we go through this yesterday? Are you still drunk? Didn't we just go through this? So, it's like, yeah, Holmes. You've been like this. And then you drop your beats on top of this. Not sure how it... That'll take me all day. Let's go do something where I'm used to doing. I got a bunch of... My favorite, you guys know what my favorite is though. The Blocks Wave one. Yeah, it's like that one. Like that sound. Restricted airspace. Turn around immediately. Shit. Yeah. CW Wizard Pod. Treat me like I am a god. Get down on your knee. Fuck it in the backseat and we all rolling on, man. I love my hybrid. Just depends on your preference, on what you want. What you want. I got stomach cramps this morning. Trying to behave. Got some physical activity later today. Have to catch another plane to go to another location. They're always quick trips though. I mean, it's always nice. We get free plane trips. People want to meet me and shit. So it's usually about, I mean, when we go to the airport, and so we're back here like in 2 hours flat. Traveling the world, man. So the reason these people want to meet me basically is just to meet me. You know, like, hey, how are you? One of your biggest fans. And
I'll go home run in the first hit.
Your 4K looks awesome, by the way. It's like you're right there. Thank you. But all I know God gave me a gift. I know. That's what hard work does for you. It allows you to be good. But I understand this. Allows you to become a leader. Likely, it's the underdogs. Then it turns into games that get to the top first. It's not the high school jocks. And I'd have to say, with help of cut between their vision and experience. You got to go through an experience to activate the ingredients. There has to be a perfect storm to allow the leadership to come out of your inner child. You don't wake up one day and be like, I'm gonna be a leader. No, it doesn't happen like that. Nor do you get born and be like, I want to be a leader when I grow up. No. Unless you're in, let's say, the royal family. But for a lot of us, we gotta work ourselves up the ladder. Work ourselves up, piece by piece. You don't know you don't know you're working it up. You don't know you're working it up. I should wait, because that track's gonna get deleted. I see it now. Just gotta wait a minute or so. So let's reload the bowl. And by the time I will forget what I talk about. Leader. Talking about leader. Talking about being a leader. Talking about being a leader. Talking about being a leader, man. Being a leader. How do you become a leader? We're on that topic of leadership. How does one find employment in leaderland? Yes, sir. Where can I pick up a job applicant? I want to be president of the United States. It's everyone's dream. Look at Trump. He didn't even want to be. He was like, just like me, saying it as a joke. And one day, here we are. Justin for president. Look at Trump, man. Trump for president. None of us were expecting that, but I called it. I called that hand way, way before he was even I was like, if Donald Trump ever did win the presidency of United States, it would be because of his business skills. He thinks like a businessman. There's a problem in our world, right? Especially in the United States, it has a lot of descriptions. The United States means a lot of things to so many different people, and they're not really related. Like, you love America for the freedom. You love America because they got guns. You love America. And these are all different people. Person 1 likes America because they got guns. Person 2 likes America because you got freedom of religion. Person 3 likes America because you can do business. You can make as much money as you want. Person 4, you could go to work and buy a house and there's all of these areas of help. America is the place to be for a lot of people, but that doesn't explain what America is. That explains what you can do in America, but what really is America? America is written in capital letters. If you look at any business certificate issued by the IRS to your company and you put it on your wall, it's a plaque from the IRS or from the Better Business Bureau, except for the phone book. All of these places are written in capital letters, all of them. If you can see a business name written in capital, there's a reason. Because it's a corporation. I think only corporations are written like that or something. Not every business, but like LLC. The United States LLC. So does that make sense? America was founded on so many different things, not thousands of years ago, less than 350. Maybe it is, less than 275 years ago. The United States didn't exist, Holmes. So all of these places and that you go to now, it's brand new. This life we live with washing machines, light bulbs, and television sets, and speakers, and LED lights, like this is brand new. This is less than a generation old. You go back 100 years, electricity was just starting. Dark Ages before that. And at that moment, mental illness had 5. If they had a book for DSM, they had less than 5 mental illness things at that time. Because we weren't an organized country like we are now. When you get organized, you get big in size, this and that. You have to plan a bit better. But at that time, in the 20s, you guys watch documentaries from the 1920s, it was a real rough time back then. Tough time. People didn't have employment. People were being locked in buildings and forced to work, and sometimes that building would start on fire. These people would burn to death, man. People would, in America, in 1920s, people were dying. By the 1930s, when the crash happened, people were dying. No one could eat. There was no food around. There was no jobs. No one would offer you a job. No one had jobs. The banking system collapsed on itself, and so all the businesses couldn't afford to pay their bills anymore. They were on a line of credit. And so the whole thing failed. And that's where the United States brought in the federally assured up to $100,000 to make sure this didn't happen again, to lose your investment in the banking system. So your money can be reimbursed if something like this ever did happen again. Your money is still safe in the bank. Up to the limit, which is 100, it could be 250 now, I'm not sure. But Trump, so the United States is ran like a corporation. There's no other country out there that is ran like the United States. We have equal opportunity citizenship. We will not discriminate you if you can get your citizenship legally. Just like a business wouldn't discriminate you if you today, they would but today, businesses would not discriminate you because it's illegal, just like the United States, to turn you away for something else except for your qualifications. No, today's land, no one has a color on their face. When you walk into a business, the owner of that business, it's how it should be ran. Not saying it is everywhere, but it will be like this. The owner of that business doesn't see you as a color of race. It sees you as a customer who has money that you will exchange for a product. So it is the owner's benefit to be, if everyone can get along, we will not end up like London or Canada where they have riots and their own citizens destroy their own banking system. Their own citizens throw chairs, bricks into windows. They're destructive. I'm so glad we don't have that in America. That is damaging. Look how much money that would take away from our system and from the Starving Children's Foundation that the government helps out so much. Look at how much money you guys are taking away from kids' mouth, and you're happy about it. You're happy about that, man. How does that make you feel? That we're ahead of you in the wisdom department. You know, you watch our live PD. Our cops are big and buff. They ain't got angry. They're not angry. Y'all are angry. Y'all about to come up here and punch my nutsack and see how much money I got and rob it from me because y'all ain't got no manners, man. No company wants that, just like the United States really doesn't want that. So Donald Trump is running this country like a corporation. It's a good thing. It's a good thing. I haven't followed closely, and I'm sure he's done some shitty stuff, but haven't we all? We live and we learn. Donald Trump he's taken away my morph. Yes, but not really. He didn't take it away. He was scanning the system like he did the politics system for corruption. Donald Trump cleaned up corruption as a good boss would. A good boss would hire any employee that would be discriminative against his employees. And this is being taught across the board. This isn't really a choice. You're being socially conditioned to like you. It's the other parts of the world that hasn't caught up to our standards yet. And they will. Everyone looks up to us. We are the bullies of the world. We police the world. We break into your country. We take what we need to take, and we leave without you knowing it was us. Besides Americans, we look like Americans. I think we do it because we can. That's the answer. We do it because we can, and we probably should on some degree. Granted, it's illegal to do that. It's internationally wrong. But we are still the leaders, People fear us. We are the boss. America is a bit messed up. We do have a lot of learning to do, but we are so much further than all of, even Canada. Canada is nice. They still throw chairs at windows, man. London is nice. They all look like bullies, homie. I'm afraid to go there, man. They scare me a bit. And I think just because they're mean. And I've watched a lot of those London shows. And they're pushing each other around. And that's the way it is. That's the way it is. And then you go down to Africa. and they ain't got windows, and people are crapping on plates. They ain't got microwaves. I don't know how they bake it, and they eat it. It's just disgusting. And that actually happens, man. I don't know if that was that shit actually happens, homie. And then in Afghanistan, you got broken down families, and they have children. The child runs away from the home because, the dad beats him something, and it's usually little boys. Usually boys. This story is about little boys, not little girls, little boys. And they run to these makeshift police huts when America went into Afghanistan to try to help them and say, like, hey, who are you? And just get information. We gave them a bunch of guns, and then people left their huts and then joined their own little gangs. And we're like, oh yeah, well now we got a bunch of ammo, guns, all this. So we were helping them, but it backfired a lot. Like, they took our guns, they took our trucks, they take our gas, they blow up our trucks. We try to help them, but it's two different worlds. So we go back to these little kids beat up in their homes. Who wants to be living in a home like that, where their father's beating them? Like, they're abusive over there. So Afghanistan, that country, I don't know which areas, has a problem where runaway little boys go to these police huts and they're sucking dicks. Like 5-year-old kids sucking dicks. Police officers. And sometimes the police officer is like, nah, don't come here, kid. And the kid is like harassing the police officer. And the police officer shot the kid because he was tired of it. He didn't want to get painted as like a pedophile. And you couldn't be working in the U.S. Army if you're a Afghan pedophile. So he ended up shooting the kid because so that's what life is over there, right? Over here, we got to worry about adults. We're all about kids. So over in the other part of the world, it's not like that at all. At all. It's different. Now you go to the Indian. Now you go to the Indian culture, okay? The poor Indian culture. Let's say a husband, the mother runs away from her family, leaving it, go find another man because she's tired of it. She doesn't want to raise them, basically. She's tired of it, tired of her own kids, doesn't want to raise them. And the people who do stick together, they throw their kid out because it must be demons in the child, which is causing problems in their relationship, which is verified by the local priest and verified. So they actively learn this stuff. I know it sounds unreal, but it's true. Do some research on it. And then it's like we will never, ever become one under the United States where you could practice everything. Each one of you gonna make a company in your name. Is a much better day for anyone than going to North Korea and do this or else. Having the freedom to choose, but still being able to tolerate you is a awesome thing that most countries can't and will not do. They will not tolerate you at all if you are an outsider bringing in some new ideas into their closed off group. You don't like that. Your own church group hates that. So Imagine that, but the whole country. Would that be nice? Maybe in your eyes, like, oh, wouldn't that be nice? North Korea to the U.S. But the U.S., we don't run our businesses like North Korea. That's the thing. We're not told or taught by any government official which tells the businesses, and the business tells us. The businesses tell the school system. If any school gets money, it's probably from a corporation feeding them information in their book somehow, giving them huge amounts of money so they can train them for their medical programs. So maybe it's that way, man. But in America, Trump is the best option. If I think back and was like, who would have been good? Trump is still the best option. He ran businesses his own entire life. Even though I got mad at him for doing what he did with the poppies, I see why. I see his reasons. And his reasons are justifiable. I cannot hate the guy. He did a lot of cleaning. He's got a lot of haters out there. Y'all can continue to hate, but what are your solutions for the problems that he's fixed? Let's just ask you all of those real quick, since you have a lot to say. And if you can't fill in all of those blanks and have a better plan than him, I don't know why you are talking. Please sit down. Please. You're wasting your breath, wasting your time. You could be doing something like going to college or watching a TV show on how the world works. Just sit there with autoplay on for months. You got the time. You got plenty of time to sit there and talk. So I would encourage you to learn about other countries' cultures, not just your own. Learn everything you don't know. And I will continually ask you to get your opinion not from you. Look for a secondary view. It's not whose side you're on, it's views. Not how many views can you get, it's perception. Because when you go down to Africa, when you go down to China, Brazil, everything you know now means shit. So for you to offer any kind of solutions off of your one-way advice sounds like you don't know what you're talking about, because you haven't added in all of the other things which is necessary. Don't act like a Christian and pretend that you don't know what we're talking about here. Hello? Hello?
Exclamation point, not a kid. I mean, I'm waiting for that kid. Come up to the microphone and show me sin. Heaven is where I felt from. Except my legs are still there and everyone's smelling my fart. Not to be an asshole, but yo, I'm just an essay filling gold the column.
I mean, yeah, Trump is the best. Hillary is corrupt.
Come here, bitch. You take this dick. You can stop.
Hillary is not a good answer.